yes, I'm very happy with the way that these turned out. I hope you are too. I still have 4 more that I was making on top of this, plus the one for the show I'm currently in. I do have most of the pieces and parts for my other ones kind of coming. I've got these 2 that I want to put together, and I need to make her eyebrows a little less angry. I was Mrs. Mayor in Seussical recently, and I actually only got this head because it came with this head, and I was like, well, if I have it, I might as well, you know, use it. So I got this as the base. I've got these 2 pieces over here. This piece is like scarcely going to be touched because it already looks as close to what I think my hair looked like without like a set of pigtails in for this costume. In this like Skylar sister dress. And I need to paint this to look like a costume that I had for the very first like lead role I ever had in a play. It was in Fools by Neil Simon, and I was Sophia Zubritsky. She was the local beauty, but also the local dummy. So that was great. And this last piece I actually have coming on the way today is the one that I filled in the sides for already. This is going to be for Patty Simcox from Grease. So this one's really just going to require a paint job as well. Actually all of these are really going to require a paint job, and that's about it. So maybe I'll do another video of me kind of walking through all of my paint job. This one looks, I didn't even realize how badly this one needed a patch. I have no idea what's going on there. But yeah, we're going to have to do that. But yeah, maybe I'll do just some hyperlapsing. Hey, howdy, hello y'all, and welcome back to another episode of Customizing Funkos. I have tons of pieces left, and all of my pieces are in and ready for me to kind of keep moving with this process. And I also know that this is going to be just kind of a lot of painting, so it's probably going to be a lot of hyperlapsing and kind of showing you pieces, parts, and then I'm going to be showing you how I will be displaying these as well. So, first things first, I needed little cheerleader uniform for this girl. I filled her in my last episode and didn't actually paint over her or do anything with her yet, but this is a very good base for Patty Simcox, who is the cheerleader that I portrayed when I did Grease. Now I ordered basically this very same dress that I'm about to use on Etsy, and it was numbered, and then when it came like this, and I realized that there was some misnumbering on the listing. There was actually no way for me to get the piece that I wanted actually. They were just like, the numbers were like off in the numbering system, and then one was skipped, which is the one that I actually wanted. And that was the dress that was on the Betty Cooper Funko, this guy, because it's like the perfect like Rydell High cheerleader outfit. I also experienced for the first time buying a whole Funko and ripping it apart so that I could have this dress. It was just too perfect. So I blasted the bottom of her head with a hairdryer and then yoinked her out. Unfortunately for me, this one was like real stuck in there, like almost fused. And you can kind of see that I ended up kind of going around and just cutting it off the top. And then to get it off the neck here, I did put just like kind of a single slice through it. That way I can glue it back together later if needed. But as you can see here, this head already has kind of the base. So really I'm just gonna throw this in Betty's head for the next time I need it. And this guy will just be able to kind of shove it back in, hopefully, when the time comes. So I actually don't need to paint the hair or the bow on this one because she is wearing red. I really only need to do the body on this one. So with all that said, let's get started. All right, I think we're ready to go. Once again, use some felt tip pens to do some of the very fine details. We're completely dry over here, and this one came together super quickly. This only took about 45 minutes from beginning to end. Yeah, I don't think that's just gonna slip in there. Don't know what to do about that. Maybe, game plan here. I'm gonna soften this up a touch with my hairdryer again. Oh, that was about 20 seconds. Yeah, it's deforming the head a little bit more than I'd like. Well, this means we're cutting the tip off and we're gonna glue it in. Just gotta do this and slice through like that. And then we can just attach with a little bit of hot glue and she'll be ready to go.
So for Sophia's dress, we have this kind of like deep yellowy orange color with a sort of floral corset. I obviously did not have these kind of like hip bumps on the corset that we have here, so I just kind of drew them in and colored the bottom of the dress, starting of course with a white base, and dotted in all the colors of the flowers. I used some felt tip pens to sort of add in the leaves. I really went for the sort of vague implication of flowers rather than trying to make every individual flower or even try to copy the design exactly. I was really just going for something, you know, small but passable, and I used this black to kind of fill in a lot of the little details and shadows to create that more three-dimensional look.
You probably won't believe me when I say this, but this head is literally perfect. So we're just gonna see if she'll pop in, and she does! No glue needed here, and this is Sophia Zubritsky from Fools. I do want to add some eye shinies to her, as I always do. And there we have it. And this, I don't know whose head this is, but this is one of the, this is Eliza from Hamilton, I believe. On the bottom, my original costume didn't have, had shorter sleeves, but honestly, I'm pretty impressed with how like decent of a comparison this is so far. Oh, this one's so cute. I love her. Not my easiest, but man, she's cute. Plus her little sweet cheeks. So cute.
In a weird twist of events, I ended up also adding in another Funko for this one, using the head off of that Betty Cooper. And this is Amber Von Tussle from Hairspray. This dress, which is Ginny's Yule Ball dress on this Funko, is weirdly close to the dress that I wore in the show. So I obviously started off by painting all these pieces in parts white because they were simply recolors. That's how I started just about all of these, was just a nice thick white over top so that all of my colors would be vibrant and wouldn't need all too many layers. For Mrs. Mare, my hair was red, so I went over this brown with this really orangey red color. I also ended up getting this Daphne Bridgerton one so that I could create a Funko that looked like Lydia Bennet when I was in Pride and Prejudice. And again, the hair and the dress are like weirdly close. Like it's uncanny almost how similar some of my outfits are to this entire Funko. So I obviously again started off with her in white and then colored over her with this beautiful sage green color that I'm obsessed with, giving Mrs. Mare another couple of layers on the hair. The brown base wasn't terrible, but it was what it was. I also had this giant fur collar on the coat, so I took some like glittery black yarn and just kind of wrapped it around the neck and the hat a little bit to kind of create some cohesion there, and with that, Mrs. Mare was totally done. I drew in her lips because I had to color over her face with a felt tip pen again. Here I'm gluing back in Betty Cooper's head here so that I can pop on her bits and bobs. I'm also fixing some of the necklace details. I added a silver necklace instead of the green that it was for Ginny, and cleaning up a lot of the mistakes with just like a weeding tool that I used for my Cricut. And there we have Amber Von Tussle done. Oh, and Lydia too in the back. I based all of the displays off of playbills, so I took all of the logos from all these shows and I added in the name of the character that I played on top instead of the phrase playbill. I simply cut those out and sent them through my laminator so that I could have all of these sort of backdrops for my Funkos, and I kept this about note card sized in about like a 3x5. And I got these nice acrylic 15-inch shelving units and just started stacking everything together and aligning my characters up in the way that I would like them. I blue tacked everything in there and simply put my Funkos on top. Super easy.
Look at how beautiful they all are. I absolutely love the way that these turned out. Obviously this is one that I purchased, made slash repainted, made slash repainted, ordered. This is one I made in my last episode, repainted, made in my last episode. This one I made off camera, but this is from my most recent production. This was Dorley Rhodes from 9 to 5, which was actually literally just an exact copy of an outfit that Dolly Parton wore once that, weirdly enough, there was already a Funko of, so I grabbed that and just made some minor tweaks to make it look a little bit more like me during the show. I purchased this one, made/repainted this one, and purchased this one, but overall, this is the entire display, and come on, tell me that's not just so cute. Obviously, I'm gonna need another shelf if I ever decide to get another Funko. Right now, I'm not really interested in making another one. There is one that a friend of mine wants me to make from his favorite roll of mine, so I was thinking about that, but I don't know, I might want to wait until I do another show and have another character that I kind of want up on the wall. But I'm really thrilled with the way that all of these turned out. I hope you are too. If you like what you saw, feel free to like and subscribe. I do put out new videos every Sunday at noon Eastern Standard Time, and I would love for you to be here for the next one. Thanks again so much, and I hope to see you then. Bye!